Earth. The lovely and dearly planet of the solar system, which is the life platform of every humans and other lives for billions of years. Ever wonder how we got to know the age of Earth? These tiny and indestructible crystals helped us in that process of gathering data of Earth's age. So, I present you more awesome facts about Earth, which you haven't heard before. Stay tuned. Number 1. The birth and the growth of Earth. Well, everyone knows that when was Earth formed, which is about 4.6 billion years ago, but have you ever tried to imagine how it was formed? Scientists think that the Earth and the Sun formed at the same time, when there was a giant, rotating cloud of gas and dust, known as the solar nebula, which collapsed under the force of its own gravity. It spun faster, and formed a flattened disk. Most of the other particles within the disk collided and stuck together to form even larger bodies, including Earth. At this stage, the Earth was only a hard mass of rock, without water on it, due to the collision of asteroids and comets on surface for years, which caused hellish environment. But as the time passed, the Earth's surface cooled down, and due to the radioactive materials in the rock and increasing pressure, deep within the Earth, it created heat needed to melt the planet's interior, resulting in some chemicals to rise to the surface, and form water, while others became the gases of the atmosphere. Number 2. Earth's interior. If we split the Earth in half, we get the hot core of the planet at the center, which is about 7,100 kilometers wide, slightly larger than the Earth's radius, which is also same as Mars' diameter. Imagine having a part as much as big as Mars planet as Earth's core. Interesting. It consists of two parts. It has a 2,250 kilometers thick, hot liquid covering the hot solid core, which is 2,600 kilometers in diameter, also the 4/5 of our natural satellite moon's diameter, and temperature as hot as Sun. Around the core part, we have mantle of 2,900 kilometers thickness, which is not stiff, but moves slowly. These slow motion in mantle are one of the main causes of earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and mountain formation on the crust, which floats on the mantle like a piece of wood on water. We assume that crust of Earth is all same, but it has two types. First is the dry land of continent, made of granite rocks of 40 kilometers thickness, and second is the ocean floor, made of volcanic rock called basalt, about 8 kilometers thickness. Number 3. Earth is. The magnetic field of Earth plays an important role in its survival. It is generated by currents flowing in the Earth's outer core, but these magnetic poles are on the move. Its north pole is accelerating in northward motion to 40 kilometers since year 1830. It will likely exit North America and arrive Siberia in a matter of decades. Every million years, the magnetic field poles completely swap places and flip, which can cause tremendous destruction. Hopefully, such an event is a long way in the future, and we can develop advanced technologies to prevent huge damage. Number 4. Life on Earth. In the observable universe, Earth is the only known planet, which contains several million species of life, ranging from deep blue sea to few miles in the atmosphere. The first cell was formed after the planet cooled down, and chemical reactions took place, and from that point, the beautiful journey of evolution of life starts, for a very long time. Scientists also have hypothesis that the life on Earth was brought by asteroids, which contained the necessary chemicals and acids for life formation, and collapsing on Earth's surface, arriving from deep space planets, which was first habitable. Maybe aliens are the one that helped the formation of life on Earth. Number 5. Water on Earth. In the beginning years, the Earth was too hot, so it was impossible for the water to form, or it would evaporate. As in the previous point, there was a hypothesis of life forming due to asteroid collapsing on Earth's surface by the scientists, but they also think that chemicals required for water were also brought by asteroids, which in turn cooled down the planet and formed water and atmosphere, and made the Earth the special planet in the solar system. However, Earth's surface is 71% water, out of which 1% is available for drinking purpose, so it's our duty not to waste water and use it efficiently. #Save water, save life. Number 6. Exploding lakes. As we think of lakes, we have an image of tranquility and summer relaxing times, not lethal explosion. Yes, you heard it correct, explosions. Africa had experienced number of explosions over the years, when the bursts of volcanic gases rises to the surface, through pores and cracks in land, and just leaves destruction behind, and this process is called as lake overturn. In August 1986, volcanic gases with dissolved carbon dioxide, below Lake Nyos in Cameroon, which sits above the 950-mile-long chain of volcanoes, known as Cameroon Volcanic Line, became concentrated, and when it came to the surface in contact of lake water, it caused big explosions forming a 160 feet high cloud of carbon dioxide, and it killed 1,700 people with suffocation as a result. So be aware, do some research and then visit lakes for relaxing in summer. Number 7. The Earth's path. In the school, we often make the orbits of Earth around the Sun as circular in shape, but in reality it is elliptical, which distance also varies. When in the month of January, the Earth is closest to the Sun, and the position is known as perihelion. And the farthest position from Sun is known as aphelion, in the month of July, and this is why the orbit has a major role in the season changes. The zone in which the Earth revolves and rotates, which helps to maintain temperature and climate, habitable for life, is known as Goldilocks zone. But due to the gravitational pull between Sun and Earth, the distance between them is decreasing little by little, which will result in the swallowing of Earth by Sun, but so after millions of years. Hope so we become multi-planetary by then, with the help of Elon Musk. Number 8. The Earth's baby. After the Sun spun to light, the planets of the solar system began to form. But it took another 100 million years for Earth's moon to come into existence. About 4 billion years ago, in the beginning of Earth formation, when the Earth was hot, an asteroid from deep space crashed over the Earth's surface, which was 10% of the Earth's mass and as big as Mars planet, resulting in throwing vaporized chunks of the young planet's crust into space. Gravity collected the ejected particles together, creating a moon that is the largest in the solar system in relation to planet it is orbiting. As it is made of dust and vaporized particles of Earth, it is obvious that Moon is much less denser and have low gravity as compared to Earth. And as if we now know that Moon is the part of Earth, doesn't it makes the Earth its mother, which are both inseparable. Number 9. Protoplanet Theia. The asteroid which is the reason the Moon was formed is called Theia. As scientists says, its remnants can still be present inside the Earth's surface, and that may explain why two continent-sized blobs of hot rock now lie in the Earth's mantle, one beneath Africa, and the other under the Pacific Ocean. These massive blobs would stand about 100 times taller than Mount Everest. And this also give us an idea that some part of Earth is made of alien matter. If you made up till now, gained knowledge and enjoyed the video, make sure to comment below, explore and just imagine, so I will know that you made it this far. Let's get to the 10th and the last point of this video. How Earth age was determined. The moving tectonic plates of Earth's surface has formed unique habitat places for life. But these surfaces moving over liquid mantle began moving around 3.6 billion years ago, even before the complete formation of Earth, which is about 1 billion years ago. To study the ancient history of the Earth, scientists required to study materials, which can stand on the time test, for about millions of years. For this research, the scientists turned towards tiny crystals called zircons, the oldest and the toughest minerals on Earth. These tiny crystals are virtually indestructible, and it found out to be more than 4 billion years old, and became one of the 4 windows for us to get information about Earth's history. So, where did the scientists found these billion-years-old zircons? The research team turned their aim towards the Jack Hills of Western Australia, where some of the oldest rocks in the world are found. There they gathered 15 grapefruit-size pieces of ancient rock. Then researchers crushed down the rocks and separated out the zircons from the rest of the material, using a technique similar to gold panning. The zircons were then zapped with a laser and analyzed using a process called mass spectrometry, which reveals the chemical makeup and age of the minerals, due to the uranium content present in them, which act as a geological clock. And due to these, the zircons helped us so much to determine the Earth's age. Before leaving, make sure to turn the like button white, and of course, don't forget to collide your finger on the subscribe button to subscribe, and hit the bell icon to turn on the notifications for further updates. See you in the next video. Till then, explore the space and just imagine.